So those who are writing, who are talking jokes, go and find out what really happened. Some people say I said the boy here fool. And what I meant was this. You cannot be carrying out an illegal order. That's what I meant. I didn't say military fool. I couldn't have said that. I couldn't have. I know the role of the military. The role they have been playing in this country. What they have passed through in fighting insurgents and terrorists. There's nobody. And I've always given my support to security agencies.
The real tragedy is not even Wike's shameless lying that he didn't refer to the officer or Nigerian military as fools. It was just that all the journalists sitting there listening to him in his monologue, none of them could challenge him and say, you said it. The video went viral. Nigerians have reacted to it. Someone that the military is asking to apologize to Tinubu, apologize to the officer. Here he is, adding salt to injury. He didn't stop here. He also threatened Tinubu that if he's not going to protect him while he's doing his work, while he's going around sites in Abuja acting like an abuelo, that if he can't protect him, that he's going to resign. This is not the first time Wike is making a threat to resign. The other time it was about releasing one report that they said he was involved in. He threatened to resign if the report is released and it indicts him. Since Wike lost the 2022 PDP presidential primaries to Atiku Abubakar, he has been fighting everyone. He fought Sim Fubara, he fought all political opponents in Rivers State. At the national level, he's fighting Atiku Abubakar, he's fighting Peter Obi, he's fighting PDP members, his fellow members of the same party. They are now in court doing everything to stop the convention that PDP wants to hold in Oyo State. So how can one man fight everyone and win? Even now in the administration of Tinubu, he is alone. Everyone has been blaming him openly. The Minister of Defense blamed Wike openly. The Minister of State for Defense, Matawale, also blamed him, asking why he went to the site, despite getting advice from the Chief of Defense Staff and the Chief of Naval Staff. So these are the issues. He sees himself as an overlord, that everyone must tremble at his presence. The insubordination has become too much, and we've never had it this bad. That's a friction between the military and the civilians since the Fourth Republic. Yes, the closest we've had was during Obasanjo's administration, precisely in 2001 when he sacked Victor Malu for his insubordination. Victor Malu was openly criticizing Obasanjo's military policy, especially his collaboration with the US. He was sacked, including other service chiefs. Victor Malu was the chief of army staff at the time. But you can still compare it to what is happening under this administration now. The administration announced they arrested 16 military officers for involving themselves in an alleged military coup. So everywhere is hot. Despite all that, Wike can't read the room. He threatened a military officer, insulted an officer. This is someone that is claiming he understands how military works. But he doesn't understand that when you insult an officer, you've insulted everyone that wears that uniform. That's how they think. That's how it works in the military. They are taking it personal. And if you look at how the attacks and reprimand that are coming from the military, including retired ones, you will see that it is coordinated. Everyone is backing the military, including the administration. Does Wike think that if Tinubu were to choose between him and the military, that he wouldn't choose the military? That he wouldn't even back them and throw him under the bus? He doesn't seem to understand the realities on ground. He feels everything is just politics. The same General Buratai that reprimanded him and called for an apology from him is the same one he's replying and even insulting him, saying he sent his GOC to rig him out during an election. In fact, to summarize Wike's statement, he's still grandstanding. He hasn't apologized and he's not intending to apologize. It means that he doesn't understand that at this stage, he is standing alone. No one is supporting him. Even in the cabinet, even Tinubu is not supporting him. If you watch all their statements, you will see that they are supporting the military. Wike shouldn't have involved himself, like already said in the other video. He shouldn't have gone there physically.
The man took the Arab, will not allow going on chief of naval staff, and they begin to carry land.
Sir, everything was acquired legally.
Will you
and
stop
sir,
that?
you get the
Will you stop that?
Sir, I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, your mouth, good
Sir, I
officer.
will not shut up.
Will you get out?
Sir, I won't shut up. Sir, I'm a
I
commissioned
was in
officer.
school, you're not in school.
Sir, you can't shut
Will
me
you
up.
keep quiet?
You can't
Get
shut
a
me
big
up, sir.
fool.
I'm not
You're a big fool.
I'm not a
You
fool,
think
sir.
I'm shoot anybody like that?
Sir, I'm not
You're
a
a big
fool.
fool.
I am not a fool, sir.
Yes, he's the minister of FCT, but he has taken the government business too personal. He shouldn't be directly involved as trying to make it look as if he is very biased, that he is interested in the land. This is where he needs to draw the line. If they find out that someone, especially in this case, that a retired military officer has interest in the land and thereby send soldiers to protect the property, if they find themselves in such a situation, what they should do is to approach the court. Of course, they were told to approach the court, but they refused. All these show that he has a personal interest in the land. And being a public officer, a minister, his interests shouldn't interfere in the job. This is where he got it wrong. If they had approached the court, and until that court orders them to go into the land and demolish the place, they should not be able to do this legally. Because if he had gone to court, the military man will be able to come to that court and prove that actually he is the owner, he has all the necessary documents. It was just that Wike, as it was rumored, revoked the allocation to them. And after the revocation, he reallocated it to friends and associates. So these are the issues. When you bring your personal interest into the job, then you can no longer claim to be doing government business because you are now working for your interest, not for the government or in the interest of the people. Also, Wike denying that he referred to the military officer as a fool shows that he might have been under the influence. And talking about being under the influence, when someone constantly behaves this way in public all the time, he's so brash, bragging, very arrogant and insultive, then it reaches a stage you can say it has become a way of life. Not just being intoxicated or under the influence 24 hours, it has now become a way of life. This is Wike when he was governor of Rivers State, openly insulting a chief. This man, he referred to him as a young person, but he shouldn't have talked to this man the way he talked to him in public.
Stop shaking your head. Because that's sacrifice for you. You should stop shaking your head. You are one of those who are causing problem. They gave you chieftaincy, a young boy, so you don't even know what to do with it. And then when I'm speaking, you are shaking your head like this. Oh, fake. Causing problem everywhere. You just go and wear something that's bigger than you. When somebody looking for power, you would think that an elderly person, very small young man, this man. I know when I was in school, he was running around, going for errand. Now he's wearing Osman Danfodio. Then he begin to breach a protocol. He thinks that when he shakes his head, that I will be happy. That's fake.
So whether you're a fan of Wike or not, whether you're his loyalist or not, you can all agree that with such a temperament, such attitude in public, talking to a fellow man in such a condescending manner in public, Wike doesn't deserve to be in public office. He needs to put his acts in order first. He needs to understand how to comport himself in public, especially as a public official. Now he has taken it to the national stage. Virtually everyone in the administration is now against him, including the military. When we talk about military, it's not just the army, the navy, the air force, all of them combined. And also the IG has told the policemen always accompanying him to all this that they should stop. Let's hear what he said.
The Nigerian police force is not and will never become an enforcer for private interests. Officers have no business escorting parties for land recovery, disrupting legally existing occupations, or meddling in civil claims without a demonstrable criminal element. Every such incident erodes the neutrality of the force and opens us up to disrepute. The line must be clear, and any officer who crosses it will face disciplinary consequences.
So you can see they are now onto Wike. They know without security men he wouldn't be able to be doing all this. The way he barged in there with sirens, escorts blaring everywhere as if the president was coming to the site. So they understand that without security men, without policemen, without the army, is it the army that Wike will say, okay, give these soldiers, we want to go somewhere? They wouldn't listen to him. Is it the Navy? Is it the Air Force? Or is he going to call the civil defense? So they are onto him. If he can learn something from this and for once humble himself and behave like a normal human being, then he might continue in office before 2027 election. But as it stands now, it seems that Tinubu might just forgo whatever is going to gain through him in Rivers State during the elections. He might just give him the boot. Yes, because it actually didn't start today. Wike has been demarketing the administration since he became the minister, but they've been overlooking it. But this time, it seems this one, they are not going to play with it. Now, let's hear what the former Chief of Defense Staff, General Erabo, said about Wike. Is nothing short of a reprimand. Let's hear him.
The uniform is not about who is wearing it. The uniform represents the authority of the state. Whether it's a small boy or not, it is the authority of the state. It's even worse when it is a commission officer who has a presidential commission. And so when you make such disparaging comments, you have desecrated the oath. You have desecrated the oath. What you have told the commander-in-chief and the authority that invested that position on him is that they are fools.